Well, the question about alternative payments and what we are going on now, it's so complicated, I confess. There are many different possibilities. And different possibilities with different timing in development, in application. And the first step, in my opinion, is to figure out not only the theoretical part, which is very important. And we have many new theories about currencies, as we have new system of currencies. But also we need to understand which is the final goal that we want to achieve. It's pretty impossible to have a global currency. And we saw with the dollars that this test doesn't work. This is an hegemonic instrument, and this is something so complicated also to manage. So having trades with local currencies, national currencies, or also establishing some potential common currencies for partenaries, for some associations, some big groups, it's possible, even if in this moment I think that for the actual financial global system it's too complicated. First of all, we have to remove the dollar from its position at all. I mean, also to give to the United States of America to change and figure out some other solution. America is working on creating a digital dollar that will be used for international trade, and the new national dollar based and produced by the national banks and not by the Fed. As we know that Fed is a huge problem for the control of currency and so this means of richness and financials in the United States of America, as it is also in the other countries which are some ways connected to the hegemony of the United States. And this also means for all the Western-based market and trades. Second, we need to reform International Monetary Fund to cancel this kind of institution which are Western-based. If we want to have multinodal system, we need to provide a new kind of institutions founded on a multipolar international laws and agreements, which still we don't have, even if partenaries like BRICS, for example, are trying to create. This needs time. This definitely needs time. We can have some tests in 3-4 years, but I think that the final system we need 7, 8, 10 years more, because we have to reshape the so delicate, so big and complicated and bureaucratically crazy systems of all the countries. And this, if you don't want, to have a very bad feedback, you need to do it step by step, very slowly, and to think about it and measure very well every step to do. On the second point, I think that it's possible to figure out new agreements for the exchanges, also defining some potentially fixed rates concerning to the asset-based currencies, like we are now having new gold-based currencies, for example. And this is so important, approaching and using and considering cryptocurrencies and digital currencies, which are something effectively working already, which is something that we cannot switch, we cannot remove. So it's very important to work with it in a smart way and to learn how to provide them with the right laws, with the right exchange systems, with the right control. As we know, they are decentralized. So maintaining this kind of, let me say, freedom of trade, if we can use this expression, it's so important to define which are the limits, the borders of these exchanges. And don't admit to supranational institutions, groups, corporations to become the owners of these systems, to become the controllers of this system. It's so important to maintain this balance between politics and economics, where so the sovereignty, the autonomy, and the authority of the states, and mostly now with the system of the state civilization, is working for the good of people. And so these systems must be oriented to the common good of people, to what is defined by the countries, by the state, and in this sense to become a useful instrument, a useful tool for the people, not something that can potentially make problem and provide disasters. So these new currencies based with something that is concrete and not anymore the fiat money can provide many good solutions, in my opinion. But we still have few years of test, according also to the new trade roads, which are reshaping a commercial business, and we will see what is going to happen. Maybe we'll see some surprises in the next months, in the next years, because there are, you know, something is boiling underground. Something is gonna be ready soon. I think we will see, as the dollar collapse, we see something new rising, and this is one of the most things that we can expect from the next years in this multipolar century where everything is changing and we are part of this change.